Hi beauties, welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. Always happy to have you. I want to again do something that I have been wanting to do and needing to do for a very long time. Go through my top drawer, which is all of my primers, concealers, foundations, setting sprays, that type of stuff. I need to get some sort of order restored here. I know that I have said for like months and months when I update my stash, every time I open this drawer, it just gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm going to try to just pan over here and just kind of give you an idea of what we're working with. Okay. It's just too much for me. That's all. And I need to just scale it back a little bit. I know I've got, like, right here's a perfect example. I have 2 different shades of this foundation just because over the last year I haven't been able to swatch colors and match. So a lot of times when I'm buying stuff, I'll buy a couple shades, but that's not necessarily, it's not the most efficient way to do things. It's not how I like to do things. So I just want to go through some things. This is the only drawer I have. It's the only drawer I want to have for base products. So yeah, it's not even able to be organized very well given the state that it's in currently. So let's just see what we can do. Again, I never want to promise any certain level of declutter. Just as a fair warning, I don't know what I'm going to get rid of, but I'm hoping at least a few things. I would love to have my foundations just in one layer in this drawer instead of stacked up too high. So let's just get into it. If that sounds like something that would be enjoyable for you to watch, stick around. Give me a like, subscribe, you know what to do. I'm probably going to just take some things out just little by little and go through them that way. Okay, I just want to say setting sprays. I'm going to be keeping both of these. These are both brand new, have not used yet. The Fenty Beauty What It Do, and then the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. These are the only 2 I have aside from the L'Oreal Shake and Glow, which has been in my stash forever. I'm almost finished with it. So when I'm done with that, I will be down to just these 2, and that is a number I am okay with. So we're keeping both of these. This little guy here is kind of just a catch-all for some things. I do have 2 of my 3 concealers in here. I only have 3 concealers. So I have the Maybelline Fit Me. This is brand new. I haven't even used this yet. The Pat McGrath Labs. And then my Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer is, of course, in my stash. So keeping both of these, those stay in there. And then just some brow products. This is an e.l.f. Wow Brow. I have there's the shade. What is it? Taupe. I have the shade Taupe, and then I have a backup of my Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt in Soft Brown that I use all the time. So again, those are really my only few brow products. This is just a Milani lip scrub that I have that I've had for so long. It's really the only lip scrub I have. I use it not with any regularity, but I mean, I've used almost all of it, so keeping. And then lastly in this this container, I've got just this little Clarins primer, the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. It just sits in here pretty perfectly, so that's where it stays. That's really all that's in there. Not getting rid of anything that's in there. I'll show you guys the rest of my primers, but to be honest, I don't think that I will likely be getting rid of any of them. I don't think I have that many, but I know that it's more than probably what any average person needs. But this is where most of my primers fit, obviously, except for that clearance one I just showed you. And I do have one in my Shop My Stash. Of course, right now, try to set them all out here. Most of them are drugstore. I think that's it. And then the only other things I have in here, I have a backup of my Milani eyeshadow primer. And you know what? I'm actually going to get rid of these. I have 2 of the e.l.f. high definition under eye setting powders. These are actually really nice. I don't find anything wrong with them. These are in the color Sheer. I have my e.l.f. under eye, the Halo Glow under eye setting powder that I love, and I just don't see any need to hang on to these. But they're beautiful. I loved them when they were what I had. They're also really, really old. Really old. Couldn't tell you how old, so I will actually get rid of these too. So just starting from the left, the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer with Vitamin C, Pro Vitamin B5. I've only used this a few times. It was in my Shop My Stash, but I like it. Want to hang on to it. These 2 very similar CoverGirl Illuminating Wet n Wild Dewy. Like both of these. You'll see a theme, as I've mentioned before. Huge fan of a dewy, glowy, luminous, hydrated base, with the exception of a couple here. My e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I have Universal Sheer. I have made quite a bit of progress in here. However, I don't dislike this product at all. Clearly, I've enjoyed it very much. It's just not something anymore that I find myself getting excited about. I'm not sad at the thought of letting this go. I have that Clarins pore filling primer that I really enjoy. And then I also have this one here. This is the Hailey's Beauty Refine Prime Foundation Primer, which is very, very similar. It's a like silicone-y pore filling primer, and I do enjoy this. It has much less product. I'll feel better about using this up. It won't take as much time. So I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to hang on to this and the Clarins and get rid of my e.l.f. But again, nothing wrong with it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I have my Fenty Beauty primer. This is the Soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I absolutely love this stuff. It's really, really hard to tell how much I have left. I think from what I can tell, I think I'm about right here. I don't know if you can see that, but so I've used at least half of this. Love this stuff. Would definitely repurchase. My Neutrogena Radiant Primer and Serum. Again, I've used, well, let's see. It's going to be hard because I'm going to have to put it at an angle, but I'm, again, about halfway, if not a little bit more, finished with this. Love it. I know that it looks kind of like a bronzy tan color in here. It does not show up that color on your skin. It doesn't give me any kind of, bronze glow. It's just very, very hydrating, radiant, lovely. My Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. I love this too. Super hydrating. I'm less than halfway left on this as well. Again, would repurchase. And my Milani Soft Focus Glow. Love it. I'm probably about right there on this guy. So love it, but that's all my primers. I'm just gonna get rid of that e.l.f. Poreless. All right, let's start with sort of my higher end type foundations here. Right off the bat, I'm obviously gonna be keeping both of my Fenty Ease Drop skin tints here. Super, super new. I have shades 6 and 7. I've used them both independently. I've mixed them. They both look lovely. So keeping both of those. I know I will for sure be keeping my It Cosmetics, what's the name of this? Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. Water light, medium coverage. I have the shade Light Neutral 22. So I think what I'm gonna do is hang on to this. I have loved, for many, many years, I have loved and raved about the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I think this is a really beautiful product. I really do. But I just honestly have found better things. I mean, namely this. And I know this doesn't have a SPF in it. This has SPF 50, but I have SPF of 50 that I put on my face anyway. So, and to be honest with you, both of these offer me really, really great coverage. I just am more of like a medium, light to medium coverage gal these days, as opposed to this super, super heavy CC cream. So it kind of makes me sad. I've repurchased this CC cream so many times, and I've already used quite a bit of this one too, but I just don't see any point in keeping it to go through. So I'm gonna hang on to the foundation, get rid of this CC cream, and I don't even know, this is probably too dark for my daughter. I don't know. Yeah, that's not gonna work for her. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I am gonna keep my Pure foundation simply because, well, I like it. I did like the way it looked. And again, it is heavier coverage than what I typically like. I have the shade MN3, but this is really, really new. I would say like within the last month I've gotten this. So I do want to continue to get more use out of this. Now, I know right off the bat I'm gonna get rid of this. I have enjoyed it. It's fine. I don't really have anything like negative to say about it. It just has not been one of my favorites, and I really am almost done. Like, I'm almost done with this. I've used so much of it, and it's old. This is probably a couple years old at this point. So going to get rid of this. I have the shade 30WY, but that's enough of that. My Tarte Found Sealer. I don't really know how I feel about this either. This was in my stash several months ago, kind of for the same reason, because I didn't know how I felt about it. I wanted to get more use out of it. I ended up really loving it. I do think that the shade is perfect for me. I have 27N, light, medium, neutral. I really liked the coverage. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile because honestly, I'm kind of indifferent to it at this point. So I'm going to go through everything else. I'll see how much room I have in my drawer. If I don't have room for this to like fit comfortably, then I'm totally fine with getting rid of it. But I do like it. And lastly, my two NARS foundations. Which one is this? This is the Natural Radiant Longwear. Okay, I'm going to keep this. These are, again, more full coverage, but I want to swatch these because I really don't think I need both shades. I got the shade, this is Fiji. Let's swatch these and see what, you know, what makes more sense for me to keep. So this is Fiji. You guys, when I first got into makeup so long ago, I remember being told by somebody to always swatch your foundations on this inner part of your wrist. I don't know if that's because your skin is lighter under here and more like true to the skin on your face. Was anybody else told that? Where do you guys swatch your foundations to color match? Because I have always done mine here, and I don't know if that's, I don't know if I was told correct intel, but okay, so that's Fiji. That is looking pretty yellow to me, honestly. And then I have Punjab here. Ooh, this one is, I really don't know. Neither one is perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I think I'm gonna go with Punjab. I really am not a fan of foundations looking too yellow on me. So we'll go with Punjab. We'll stick with this. I feel like, again, it's not perfect, but I think I can make that work a little bit better. So, getting rid of this. I don't know if I know anybody that this will match. I guess I can try it on my daughter, but we'll see. So from my high-end foundations, I got rid of 4. I feel pretty good about that. Moving on to my drugstore, sort of more, you know, serum-y, face tint, CC cream kind of things. Let's start from the right. These 3 things are in my Shop My Stash right now, so they will stay in there until I do my next roundup. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm probably going to get rid of this. Like, this is the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I have light to medium. It's a fine enough product, I guess. I just am not finding myself in love with it. I just realistically, I don't see myself reaching for this over my Auric. Like, I just don't. And I don't see any need to like have a drugstore alternative if it's an inferior product. Like, I just don't. I might see if this will work for my daughter. I don't know if it will. I don't even know if she would like a product like this with her skin type, but yeah, it's okay. Like, it's just okay. I'm not super impressed. So, yeah, gonna get rid of it. I don't even really know why I'm keeping it in my stash, but I am. So there's that, but I'll be getting rid of that. My L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. This also has sunscreen. It has SPF 50. I have 2 shades. I have Warm Beige 55 and Golden Beige 50. I think Golden Beige, just from looking at it, is going to be what works for me, but we will see. So this is Golden Beige. Okay, it's here in this area, and then let's swatch Warm Beige. Yeah, this is probably going to be a little too warm for me, but I'm also wondering, like, with the summer months, if I should keep something that's maybe a little bit warmer. I actually like how that one looks a little bit better. I think when all is said and done, I'm probably going to end up keeping warm beige, but like I said, these are in my stash for right now. I usually just mix a little squirt of each when I use them, but so we'll keep them in rotation for another week or so, and then I will decide which one I want to keep. My okay, so I have duplicates in all of these products. My e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I have light 210N and I have light 240W. Typically, I like how neutral undertones look on me a little bit better, but we'll see. This is one that, again, I'm probably only going to keep one just because this is not my favorite. Like, it's fine. It's fine for what it is. It's very affordable and it's very, very pretty on the skin. It's just not my favorite. Okay, so we have light 210N over here. And then we'll swatch light 240W over here. Yeah, I do think I like the neutral one better. Again, this just looks a little too yellow orange for me. So keeping 210N, getting rid of 240W. Okay, my Revlon Candid Glow. Okay, I have the shades 340 and 350. This looks so orange just in the tube. 340 is true beige. 350 is natural tan. I don't know. I'm nervous for this. Oh my god, that's so dark. Oh, Marin, what were you thinking? Okay, so this is 340 true beige. These do sheer out pretty nice, so despite how dark that is, it's not too bad. But yeah, definitely not the greatest match. It's actually kind of funny. 350 natural tan. Yeah, that one looks much better. Yeah. Obviously keeping this one. We're going to keep 350. Getting rid of this orange mess. And then lastly, I've got my Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. I really love this stuff, but again, I ordered two, you know, because 2020. I have Soft Sand M2 and I have Natural Beige M1. So let's see. Okay, let's start with M1 first. I don't feel like I've seen a whole lot of people talk about this, or I don't know, maybe I'm just not watching the right videos, but I really like this stuff. You can kind of see the consistency. It's thin. It really is meant to be kind of like, you know, your skin, but better. Let's see if I can get better look here. Okay, so this is M1. What did I say? Natural beige? Yeah. So that's M1. Again, not my best crack at shade matching, but this is M2. This is soft sand. So let's see this. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell on camera here. Wow, I don't know. I actually, I almost feel like I like M2 a little bit better. It, again, just doesn't look like it has as much warmth as M1. So, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep in mind that M2 is probably it, but I really don't feel like I've used these enough to get a true idea of how I feel. So I'm actually going to hang on to both of them. I will probably put these in rotation for my next Shop My Stash, because this is really the type of coverage that I like getting into these warmer months. So we'll use these, see which one, you know, really looks the best. And actually we'll see. Let me get to the end of this video where I get everything in my drawer. And again, like I said with that other one, if I don't have enough room for both of these comfortably, I'll gladly get rid of one. Other drugstore foundations that I have duplicates of. Actually, this is not necessarily a duplicate, okay? This is the Wet n Wild Original Photo Focus. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus in the exact same shade. So I'm actually not gonna get rid of either one of those because I love the finish on both of these foundations. So keep those. Oh man, I really don't want to get rid of my Flower Beauty Light Illusion. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I have Classic Tan M3, and then I have Natural Beige M1. They're not very creative with foundation shade names, are they? I feel like all mine are okay, sorry. I went ahead and did the other one down here. This is M3 up top, and then I have M1. I mean, I honestly feel like this is definitely a better match for me. Again, though, I just am wondering, because I do get a little bit more tan in the summer, and this is definitely warmer. But I don't know what to do. This is one of my favorite foundations ever, so I don't know. I'm tempted to keep both of them. I'm gonna keep both of them. I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready, you guys. I'm sorry. And then I know I don't need both of these. I just don't. Despite how much I love this foundation as well, I just don't need both. So I have 75, which is Natural Beige, and I have 60, which is Sandy Beige. This is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation. It's got hyaluronic acid. I love this stuff, and again, I don't feel like I really hear that many people talk about it, or maybe it's been talked about and it's old news. I don't really know. Yeah, this is definitely not the best job I've ever done color matching. So that's 75. Let's look at 60 here. I have a feeling this is probably going to be what I keep. 60 is, what did I say? Sandy Beige. I feel like my light is just kind of making everything look more warm than it really is in real life. But yeah, definitely keeping 60. Way, way, way better of a shade match. So getting rid of one, keeping one. Okay, and then my last 5 foundations. This probably should have been in my higher end foundations, my bad, but definitely keeping this. I'm actually gonna keep all of these. I mean, I can't, these are like some of my absolute favorites. So ColourPop Pretty Fresh, yes, absolutely staying. My L'Oreal True Match, I mean, come on. There's no way. There's no way I'm ever getting rid of that. If my whole makeup collection like burned to the ground, if I had nothing left, this would be like the first thing I would go repurchase. So never. This one I love too, the True Match Lumi. My Clinique Super Balanced, keeping that. And then my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear. This is a more full coverage drugstore option that I really enjoy. So keeping all of those. So let me clear this stuff away and show you everything I'm getting rid of. Okay, so all in all, 2, 4, 6, 8, I guess 10 things, but not all different products because these two are the same, but I actually feel all right with that. And then again, like I said, these are in my stash, but I'll be getting rid of one of them, so that makes 11 and 12 because I'll be getting rid of this. So 12 things altogether. Let's get what I'm keeping nice and organized in my drawer. Okay, I don't actually know how much better everything's gonna fit in here, but there's only one way to find out. Okay, that's it. That's as good as it's gonna fit in here, but I only have one foundation now that is stacked on top. It used to be sort of like a double row on top of all of this, so I definitely feel better about that. I didn't go through my powders because I don't have that many, and I'm not getting rid of any of them. I enjoy all of them very much, so I really, really just needed to give my foundations some love. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like I said at the beginning, you know what to do. Hope to see you next time. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, beauties.